Felvidek is a fantasy indie RPG that takes place in the 15th century Hungary. The game is mainly about the world and its memorable characters, like Butt-Naked Man, Pisshead, Jew. You play as the alcoholic knight Pavel, who spends his days getting absolutely plastered ever since his wife left him to discover herself and fuck other men. Fortunately, you break out of your monotonous routine when religious extremists blow up a nearby building, so at last there's something to be excited about. You inform the castle lord, Joseph, about the act of cultural enrichment. Joseph scorns you for smelling like a 2 AM Waffle House, then tells you to talk to Monk Matei, so that you may find Jesus and finally stop whining about your wife. You also get a fig. You decide to walk around aimlessly and talk to every NPC besides Matei, just to make sure you don't miss any early game rewards. The game predicts your chimp-like curiosity by having a random NPC promise you boundless riches and power with the simple requirement of following him to an obscure location. You accept, since you wouldn't want to miss any precious content. After all, what's the worst that could happen? New game. This time, after getting your fig and saving the game, you head straight to Monk Matei to receive your tips and tricks on how to deal with disobedient women. Then this virgin douche gets all pissy since you interrupted his thinking session. He also lectures you to forget about your wife and start simping for Jesus instead. Matei joins you to make sure you don't accidentally miss any of his bitching. When you finally leave the castle, the armorer straight up refuses to sell to you because apparently your smell makes his eyeballs burn. Luckily, you're able to persuade him by driving your sword into him, then taking all his pocket change and his sour cream for some reason. In one of your first encounters, you are threatened by a band of Hussites. Matei kindly requests for them to lend us your ears, which they refuse. After ending their existence, you demonstrate that lend us your ears was neither a request nor a figure of speech, so you just take their ears. Literally. Some might think the mutilation of a corpse is gross or even a war crime, but they do not understand the true chivalrous virtues of a knight, because you give the freshly separated ears to a damsel, and she shows her appreciation by giving you a bottle of moonshine. At one point during the main quest line, you infiltrate a secret wizard cult base and act as a double agent to uncover their secret wizard cult plans. You convince the supervisor cultist that you're totally undersized and shit. He lets you meet his boss under the condition that you bring him a loot painting from your castle lord Joseph. You bring the painting and the supervisor decides that he shall be the first to take it and deal with it in the bushes.
Give your meat a good old rub.
After successfully soliciting goon material, you get an audience with the leader. You then receive an initiation trial. Basically, you're supposed to kill some ex-cult member who deserted and bring back his ass cheek as proof that you killed him. You search for the soon-to-be cheekless man and find him hiding in a local church. You let him live, but you still need that cake. So you strap him down on a table and forcefully take what you came for. When you return to the cult leader, it turns out that your cover is blown, and unfortunately, you receive no prize for your body part this time. But who knows, maybe the damsel will give you some vodka for it. For most of the game, combat is an afterthought. Your regular attack does damage, feints are special skills like healing your party or casting insta-kill. Inventory lets you chuck booze mid-fight, and guard is there to be ignored. Felvidek does not give your enemies a health bar, you simply speculate how much health they have left, which becomes an apparent issue with the last boss, when this twink keeps casting Hocus Bogus to bring back his health and give himself a damage and defense boost. Overall, this game is pretty good. Sure, it might be a little short, but it teaches you important life lessons, like that alcohol solves most of your problems and that war crimes are a matter of context. Thanks for listening. Ciao.